Standing under the spotlight, all I could think was, they'll find out I don't deserve this. The applause was thunderous, but to me it sounded hollow, almost mocking. The room was filled with familiar faces, colleagues from across the industry, people I'd admired for years. And there I was, standing under blinding lights, holding an award engraved with the words, Best Small Brokerage. It should have been a moment of triumph. It should have felt validating, exhilarating, even joyful. Instead, I felt exposed. The sound of clapping ricocheted around the hall, echoing too loudly, bouncing off the walls until it rattled in my chest. Each clap sounded like a countdown, ticking toward the moment someone would step forward, grab the microphone, and announce the mistake. Sorry, this doesn't belong to him. He didn't earn this. The spotlight was hot on my skin, its brightness pressing down on me. I could barely see past the glare. It made me squint, made me feel small, like a child pretending to be an adult in a costume too big. My shadow stretched long and sharp behind me, as if even the light wanted to reveal my flaws, to exaggerate them for everyone to see. I gripped the award tightly, the polished metal cool against my palm, but instead of pride, it felt like weight, heavy, undeserved, borrowed. Inside, the thought spun wild. This isn't real. I just got lucky. I don't belong here. They'll see through me. They'll know I'm not enough. Every cheer sounded like disbelief. Every congratulatory smile looked like suspicion. My heart raced, my mouth dry, my body stiff as I forced a smile that felt paper thin. The irony wasn't lost on me. I had built my career on guiding others, on helping clients find stability, on projecting competence. And yet in this moment, in front of everyone, I felt like the most unstable person in the room. I wanted to hide, to slip into the shadow of the curtain, to leave the spotlight behind, to put the award down on the table and walk away before someone could take it from me. But the applause went on, relentlessly. The lights didn't dim, and the thought didn't stop circling in my mind. They'll find out I don't deserve this. Some days, I wonder if I built this business or if I just got lucky. That's the truth I rarely admit, even to myself. Imposter syndrome creeps in quietly, but when it arrives, it's suffocating. It whispers that my wins don't belong to me, that my successes are accidents, that my role is temporary and fragile. Part of it comes from comparison. I look at bigger firms, glossier offices, leaders with decades of reputation carved into stone. Next to them, I sometimes feel like a child building castles in the sand, knowing the tide could wash it all away. Part of it comes from culture. I was raised to stay humble, to downplay achievements, to avoid arrogance at all costs. Pride was dangerous. Humility was safety. And so, when recognition arrives, I flinch. I dismiss it. I tell myself it isn't really mine. And part of it comes from fear. The fear that maybe my critics are right, that maybe I don't truly belong in the circle of leaders, that maybe all I've done is balance on luck and timing. The mirror questions cut deep. Have you ever dismissed your wins as luck? I have, too often. I tell myself that deals came through because the market was favorable, not because I put in the work. Those clients stayed because they didn't have better options, not because I built trust. Do you feel you're one mistake away from being exposed? Yes. Every time I stand in front of peers, I wonder which word, which slip, which misstep will be the one that reveals me as a fraud. And so the spotlight feels less like celebration and more like interrogation. Too bright, too sharp, too long a shadow. The wisdom says otherwise. I've read it, heard it, even told it to others. Belonging isn't borrowed. It's proven by the steps you've already taken. But in the grip of imposter syndrome, that wisdom feels far away. Because in those moments, I don't see the years of work. I don't see the sleepless nights, the countless client calls, the persistence through failures. I only see the possibility that it was all luck, that I don't deserve the stage I'm standing on. The applause fades eventually. The lights dim. The night moves on. But the question lingers long after. What if I didn't earn any of this? The applause eventually softened into scattered conversations, the room shifting back into its rhythm. But inside me, the echo didn't stop. It grew louder, more hollow, reverberating until I couldn't hear anything else. As I stepped down from the stage, a peer caught me by the arm. He smiled warmly, congratulated me with genuine enthusiasm. "You've built something incredible, Leo. You deserve this." I forced a smile, my lips stretched tight, my eyes dropping to the floor. My words came out rehearsed, almost automatic. "Oh, I just got lucky with timing. Could have been anyone, really." Even as I said it, part of me winced. Not because it wasn't true, but because it had become my default response. To deflect, to downplay, to act as though I were only borrowing success, as though it were a jacket I hadn't really earned the right to wear. I moved through the room like a ghost, shaking hands, nodding, accepting praise with the same hollow smile, the same dismissive lines. Just right place, right time. Fortunate to have great clients. Really, anyone could have done it. But inside, the thought loop kept circling. They don't know I'm faking it. They don't know I'm not good enough. They don't know I've just been holding it together with tape and chance. The spotlight lingered in my body long after it turned away. My skin still felt hot, my palms clammy, my shoulders hunched as if to shield myself from eyes that weren't even on me anymore. The applause that had once filled the room was now only in my head, a distorted echo that mocked me instead of celebrating me. Each clap replayed as an accusation. "You don't belong here. You don't deserve this. You're about to be found out." The collapse wasn't dramatic. No one else saw it. It happened quietly, inside me, in the way my eyes lowered, in the way my chest sank, in the way I longed to walk out the back door and disappear before anyone asked me another question. Fraudulence has a way of shrinking you, of convincing you that the safest place is the smallest one. And in that moment, all I wanted was to walk off the stage of my own life and hide. But then the weight in my hand pulled me back. The award, smooth, polished, heavier than it looked. I had been holding it without really noticing, as though it were just another prop in this performance I felt unworthy of. I turned it slowly, the engraved letters catching the light. Best Small Brokerage, my name beneath, the proof, etched in metal, that I had been chosen. For a moment, I wanted to laugh, not from joy, but from disbelief. How can this possibly be mine? But then another image surfaced. Not from this night, not from this room, but from the years that had led me here. Sleepless nights spent poring over spreadsheets. Early mornings when I sat in silence, wondering if the risk of starting my own business would ever be worth it. Conversations with clients where I fought to win their trust, where I walked them through fears of their own, where I carried their stress as if it were mine. I remembered the failures too, deals that fell apart, weeks when money was scarce, days when I questioned if I should quit altogether, nights when I carried shame heavy enough to make me want to disappear. Luck hadn't carried me through those moments. Persistence had. Work had. Care had. I gripped the award tighter, as if anchoring myself in its weight. For the first time that night, I let the truth settle in. I didn't borrow this. I earned it. The reframed insight rose clear. Luck didn't close the deals. I did. The mantra started small, a whisper barely audible. I earned this. I said it again, firmer this time. I earned this. And once more, with strength now, I earned this. Each repetition pushed back against the hollow echo of fraudulence. Each layer reclaimed ground I had given away to doubt. The spotlight no longer felt like an interrogation lamp. It felt like illumination. Harsh, yes, but steady. It revealed not shame, but proof. I lifted my gaze, shoulders straightened, chest no longer collapsed inward. I let the truth root itself deeply. My work already proves I belong here. The city skyline at dawn flashed in my mind, quiet yet unstoppable. That was my belonging, built not on borrowed light, but on the steady glow of work carried out day after day. I wasn't faking it. I was standing in the proof of years of effort. And in that moment, the fraud began to fade. My work already proves I belong here. That line became more than a thought. It became a practice. Because imposter syndrome doesn't dissolve with a single moment of clarity. It returns. It whispers again. And when it does, I need more than memory. I need proof I can touch. So I began a ritual, a simple one, but powerful. At the end of the week, I sat at my desk with a notebook open. Not a ledger, not a business plan, just a plain page. And I wrote down 3 wins. Not the flashy ones. Not just the awards or the headlines. The small ones, too. One week, it was helping a young couple finally close on a home after months of doubt. Another week, it was guiding a client through refinancing that eased the pressure on their family budget. Sometimes the win was simply showing up for my team, offering encouragement on a stressful day. 3 wins, written in ink. As I wrote, I let myself remember the work behind each one. The late nights drafting documents, the patience through long calls, the persistence when obstacles stacked high. The pen felt heavy in my hand, grounding me. It wasn't just ink, it was proof. Proof that I had shown up, that I had done the work, that I had earned the results. The affirmation came naturally as I wrote. I earned this. I whispered it once, then again, louder. Each repetition steadied me, pushed back against the lie of luck. I earned this. I earned this. I earned this. By the time I closed the notebook, the fraudulence had loosened its grip. Not gone forever, but weaker. And I had something to return to. A record. A visible ledger of truth. Every time the voice of doubt rose again, I had pages to flip back to. Pages filled with proof that I had earned each step. That practice became my anchor. And even in that small act, I felt the weight shift. Fraudulence gave way to fact. Doubt gave way to proof. Fraud fades when I remember the work it took to stand here. That became the line I carried out of that week. The truth that reshaped how I moved forward. At work, it softened the fear that every success was borrowed. When recognition came, I stopped dismissing it. I still stayed humble. That will always be part of me. But I allowed myself to receive it as earned, not accidental. With my team, it gave me steadier ground. They didn't need a leader shrinking from praise. They needed one who could model confidence without arrogance, one who could show that success can be received with gratitude and truth. At home, it allowed me to rest differently. Instead of replaying the day's moments with suspicion, was I good enough? Did I really deserve that? I began to trust that my effort had value, that my presence was proof, that my family saw the real me, not the imagined fraud I feared others saw. Inside myself, the mantra grew strong. My success is real. 4 words that became a shield against the whispers. 4 words that reminded me every late night, every early morning, every setback overcome had built the ground I was standing on. The closing image of the week still stays with me. The award resting on my desk, not as a hollow symbol, but as part of a bigger picture. Beside it, a family photo. 2 truths sitting side by side. Professional recognition and personal grounding. Proof of effort. Proof of love. Proof of reality. And as I let the week close, I felt the next challenge already approaching. If success feels fragile, fear of losing clients can shake me even more. That's where my story turns next. For tonight, I sit in this reflection. What's one win you know you earned this week? The rhythm closes like this. My success is real. The award rests steady beside a family photo. And tonight, I rest in the proof. Fraud fades when I remember the work it took to stand here.